Peter King here in Pittsford, New York at Bills camp. I'm here with Josh Allen. So, Josh, it seems like it must be great to get back to football because of the way last season ended. Do you still have a little bit of a bitter taste after the way last season ended with the loss to Cincinnati?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody on this team does. I think, at the end of every season, there's only one team that's happy. We got to come out here. We're working hard. We love St. John Fisher. We love being in the dorms, hanging with the guys, developing that team camaraderie and that team chemistry that you need to have to win football games. So that's what we're developing here. We're having some good practices. Fans have been awesome. We're just happy to get back to football.
So last year, I thought, was probably one of the hardest years that a team would have to go through. Even before the Damar Hamlin incident, you had, you're staying for holidays because of snowstorms in Chicago. You had two guys hurt in the same game early in the year and carted off the field. It was a tough year, and then the Damar Hamlin thing happens. Mentally, did that carry over into your loss to Cincinnati?
Well, I think I'd be lying if I say it didn't. At the same time, you got to find ways to get over that hump. And I think towards the end of the year, there was a little bit of a mental drain there. But, again, the good teams can try to put that to the side and focus on football. And so we got to be better. I think what we learned from last year and the mental toughness that we maybe gained from last year is going to pay dividends this year.
If you could take away one or two things in the offseason that you felt really made you a better player from last year, what would you say?
I think, again, just making sure mechanically and getting back to being sound and as efficient as possible with the help of Chris Hess. And I think situational football, just understanding the game a little bit better. That's no secret. I led the league in interceptions last year, so just understanding when not to be as aggressive on the football field. I know there's going to be times where they're going to have to be. If you're down 2 scores late in the game, you got to make something happen. But if it's not, let's learn to live to fight another down. And there was a stat last year. I forget if we were first, second, or third, but we were very high in possessions ending in points. And if you factor that in and take out maybe half the turnovers, it just kind of shows how good we can be. So taking that upon myself, being smarter with the football, and trying to let these playmakers make some plays for us.
Do you find any commonality when you look back at the end of the year or in this offseason in your 6 red zone interceptions? You've never been a red zone interception guy. Coincidence, or was there a problem?
I think there was, a couple bad decisions. There was a couple times that I've gotten away with things in the past when I've, rolled right and thrown back left. And again, just understanding when I can't do those things, and maybe 1 or 2 tips in there, those are going to happen. If I can live with the tip picks, I can live with maybe a bad ball here or there. It's really the mental interceptions where it's like, why did I throw this ball? So making sure I'm deep diving back into the last few years of my red zone career, and because I take pride in that. Before this last season, I was really, really good in the red zone. So just trying to find a way to get back to that, and again, being the best quarterback that I can be for this team.
Do you think it has to do with being overly aggressive?
I think that could play a part in it, and like I said, knowing when to throw the ball away down there and when to hold on to the ball, and sometimes it's okay to take a sack down there, so understanding that aspect of it too. But again, I want to be smart, but I don't want to be conservative. I want to continue to do the things that I do that help this team win football games.
I'm watching Damar Hamlin out there on the field and then afterwards, and you might be a pretty popular guy on the Bills, but Damar Hamlin is rivaling you right now. What's it been like to see him this offseason come back and play football again?
It's been so inspiring. I get the chills thinking about it. Obviously, the things that kid has been through is unfathomable, and it's an inspiration to this team. So we love having him out here. We love seeing him out there. He's flying around. He's making some plays right now. So
the test is pads, though, right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's I guess that's the test. And I know we're putting the pads on here in a couple days. And I know that every guy can draw something from him and the strength that he has and the obstacles that he's overcome and the light that he's been after the fact too, and making sure that he's using his platform for such a good cause and making sure that he's teaching CPR and getting some defibrillators to local schools around not just Buffalo community but communities around the country, which again, so much good has come from that situation. an unfortunate situation, but like I said, the people, our organization, and himself have just held it to such a high standard that it's freaking awesome.
Josh, good luck this year. Wish you well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.